and flood to your trailer and ask for autographs and just want to talk. It's unreal. It actually, you know, it's a great feeling. Makes you feel like, okay, this was worth us coming here. This is worth us being a part of, you know, this event, you know, as a driver and as an owner, because, you know, it does take a lot to get up and down the road. So when you're traveling that far away from home and you have experiences like that, it's so worth it. And, you know, I love it. I love being a part of that. And, you know, they don't get a lot of sprint car racing out there, and there's other parts of the country that are the same. You know, they just don't get to see us a lot. So when we're there, they just show their appreciation, and such a cool experience to be a part of. I absolutely love it.
I obviously love Eagle. I've never lost there.
And off of turn number 4, 3 in a row at Eagle Raceway, Kyle Larson wins the Bikini Zone Eagle Nationals.
It's a cool track. You know, it's got a ton of banking. You know, throughout the track, it's got a kind of a D-shaped backstretch. The dirt there is really good. You know, the dirt in Middle America is great. So, and then yeah, it's kind of just in the middle of nowhere, really. And you know, the place is packed with 7,000 to 8,000 people there on a Tuesday night. So the people, to me, is what makes the event and makes the atmosphere. So, you know, the crowd is awesome. The pit area is slam packed. I mean, all day, really, before the races, during the races, and especially after the races. And the track itself just produces great, exciting racing. So another one of those, you know, technical tracks that gets rough in spots, grippy in spots, slick in spots. It's just hard to hit your marks every lap.
I think Eagle's just a popular racetrack. It's, you know, there's so many fans and drivers up in that area that show up, and I think it took us 3 hours to get out of that place one night. So I like it. It's short track racing. It's got a lot of entertainment throughout the races, and it's a track that you would expect to have good racing, and it does.
That may have been the break Rico needed. He dials up the inside lane. Does he have enough momentum? He does. Avery clears Larson. Kyle crosses back over. 4 to go. This time by Larson goes back to the point.
It's the crown jewel of the Roto-Rooter Midweek Series. It is the Eagle Nationals here at Eagle Raceway for $55,555 to win here in Nebraska. We are live on FloRacing. My name is Chase Rodman. You'll be hearing from Tony Laporta later on in the show. As you can see, an absolutely jam-packed pit area here, a jam-packed parking lot as well, and we are about ready to get cars on the racetrack here in just a few moments for what will be round number 5 of the 2025 Roto-Rooter Midweek Series and race number 19 of the full 2025 schedule with Kubota Highland Racing. We are ready to get after it here in just a few moments. The weather is absolutely spectacular once again. 89 degrees as we speak, 9-mile-per-hour winds, and clear skies here in Eagle, Nebraska. Now let's take a look at the order of events for what you'll be seeing on the racetrack this evening. As per usual, during the Roto-Rooter Midweek Series, no support class here tonight, so you'll see hot laps and qualifying first thing on the racetrack for Kubota Highland Racing drivers. 4 heat races, each of those 8 laps in distance. There will be a C main here this evening. That C main will be 10 laps in distance. The dash will be 7 laps, a B main, and of course a 40-lap feature here for the $55,555 to win Eagle Nationals. We have 43 cars back there in the pit area, which is, here's a couple of guys that are on the notable entry list. Kyle Larson, of course, he is undefeated here at Eagle Raceway, 3 for 3, dating back to 2017. Corey Day is here, along with a couple of the World of Outlaws competitors, Carson Macedo, Buddy Kofoid, Gio Selzy, Garrett Williamson, and Cole Macedo. 5 of the Outlaws have made their way over here to Eagle, Nebraska. Christopher Traum also here, Anthony Macri, and Brian Brown, just to name a few. Our graphic is just not big enough to put all of the notable entries on it. There are so many notable ones, and quite a few drivers also making their Highland Racing debuts here tonight. This track opened back in 1963. It is 1/3 of a mile in length, and the track record was set by Sammy Swindell. The time is 11.076 seconds, was set back on July 4th of 2009. Sammy Swindell, the track record holder. Now, I'm not sure if they did or not, but it looks like since the last time we were here, they have added some banking here. It just looks like And I'm not sure if that's the case or not, but just pulling up to the track today, walking around on the racetrack, it just looks even more banked than it was before. And so crazy stuff here from Eagle. It's going to be a fantastic night of racing action. There is a lot to look forward to here this evening. The points battle, we'll get to that here in just a few moments. Now, last year, you might remember that this race had a sponsor. It was called the Bikini Zone Eagle Nationals, and one of the promotions was handing out these pink tank tops. And here's a look from last year up here in the Eagle, Nebraska booth. I'm on the left. Dylan Welch, who is not here tonight, unfortunately, he is on the right, and that was a good look from the pre-race show last year with our Bikini Zone tank tops on. Now, Bikini Zone, our friends over there, they did not come back as a sponsor in 2025, but Tony Laporta and myself thought it was a great idea to bring the tradition back. We've got the High Limit Racing tank top here. It did not come stock like that. This is aftermarket parts here, minus the sleeves, but we thought we had to bring back the tradition. And Tony, it's a good thing we got you a new t-shirt, because yesterday things did not go very well for you in your travels over here to Nebraska. You got your suitcase lost and all this other crazy stuff happening. So luckily that pink shirt fits you just right, and you'll be able to wear that for the rest of the week.
Yeah, I thank goodness for the shop.highlimitracing.com merchandise trailer that goes up and down the road with Kubota High Limit Racing. You're right, Chase. I thought the pink tank tops we had last year were just so form-fitting, especially if you saw what it looked like on me over top of my polo. God, what a bad fashion decision that was. So I told myself, this year, you got to go no polo. We've got our own High Limit Racing merchandise, pink tank tops that we made ourselves. Chase, it was your idea. You begged me to rip the sleeves off. I didn't know if it was a good idea, but when you told me you were doing it, I had to go along with it. So yes, if you like these and some other High Limit Racing pieces of merch I'm going to show throughout the night, you can pick those up by visiting our merchandise trailer here at the Eagle Raceway in Nebraska, or you can head online to shop.highlimitracing.com. I understand there's a QR code on the screen right now. You can pull your phone out, scan that, and it'll take you right to shop.highlimitracing.com. They've got shirts, they've got hoodies, they've got blankets. You won't need those last two items here tonight in Nebraska, but they've got a ton of stuff. You know what a lot of the drivers said last year here, Chase, other than they liked our pink tank tops, was Eagle Raceway is fun. You know who has a lot of fun when they come to Eagle, Nebraska? Kyle Larson. He's won the last 3 features he's competed in here, and I talked to him back in the pit area a while ago. Kyle Larson won here the last time he was here. He won the time before that, and you won the time before that. And there's no other times to talk about because you've only raced here 3 times. You've won every time, you're undefeated, and we're back for your 4th trip to Eagle, Nebraska. I guess I got to start with, what do you enjoy so much about this racetrack in Nebraska?
I think what suits my style anyways, I do really enjoy it. It's probably one of my favorites, but because it suits my style, and I think it's just got the progressive banking, and you kind of got to run really hard. It gets some holes in it, so you kind of got to have a lot of commitment, and I feel like that's what kind of suits me well.
Now, last year the battle between you, Carson Macedo, and Brad Sweet was really one of the things that sticks out in my memory from 2024 with High Limit. What do you remember about that fight for the lead and subsequently the win? Because it was a really entertaining race.
Yeah. What I remember was Carson was really good, and I was not that great, and I felt like my only opportunity was to break his momentum on a restart. So I threw a big bomb on him and won and got him checked up, and then we just got racing and just kind of playing chess with each other a little bit, and I was able to kind of come out in the lead with that. But then from then on, the track kind of took a little bit of rubber, and Brad was much better in the rubber than I was, and just kind of had to play traffic patiently and try to just not miss my marks too bad and not slip out of the grip.
Obviously, you have a day job, but it's not like this is some new hobby for you. You've grown up racing sprint cars. Everybody knows that about you. You've brought a lot of light to sprint car racing through your day job of racing in NASCAR. What I want to know, just on a personal note, what does coming back and racing, what you grew up, what you love to do, what does that do for you mentally? Do you feel like it helps you at all on the pavement side, just with having a more clear mind, being in a better mood? What does coming back and racing these do for you as a person?
Well, I think it does all of that. I think it is, as long as you're running well.
Yeah.
Times when you're not running good in this, it can honestly not make that stuff worse, but it's just like, you know, harder to get over the bad finishes, I guess, when you're doing it, you know, during the week too. But no, it does all that for me. It's kind of like my golf. It's my getaway a little bit. It's kind of how to reset my mind and also stay fresh though, and stay competitive and stay, you know, in racing situations, which, you know, although these are different cars than what I race on Sunday, I just feel like, you know, the aggressiveness of the style of racing and high limit and all of that, you know, really benefits when I run on Sundays. And I think that's why you see me staying really aggressive on that and you know, being one of the best restarters and things like that. So yeah, it all goes kind of hand in hand and helps you know, each other out. I think even Sundays helps me in this stuff a lot too. So yeah, it's good that I get to race a bunch and get to, you know, stay versatile.
Kyle Larson, he's from sprint car racing. He comes back to sprint car racing because he loves sprint car racing. Kyle, trying to go 4 in a row here in Eagle, Nebraska. We'll be watching. Best of luck.
Thank you.
The aggressive nature of high-limit sprint car racing is what Kyle Larson talked about at the very end of that interview. You see it every single weekend throughout the 2025 season. I think you're going to see a lot more of it here tonight because, Chase, this is a big race. This is a big deal. This is a super looked forward to venue and event all season, and a lot of it's got to do with the $55,555 payday that'll go to the winner who crosses the finish line first here tonight. It's Eagle Raceway, Eagle, Nebraska. It's one badass racetrack. We've got cars on the backstretch ready to get going for hot laps. Back up to you.
Thank you very much, Tony. Yes, next up is going to be Dirt Draft Hot Laps here in just a few moments. If you don't know about Dirt Draft, well, you need to download it on the App Store, and it's a thing that you are able to have a $100,000 salary cap, and while you are there, you pick 5 drivers on the app, and then it enters you, after you put your lineup in, it'll enter you into a big contest with a bunch of people around the world. You compete against those people, and then if you win, or if you run top 10, you get points in the speed shop. You can buy tickets, merchandise items, all kinds of great stuff in the speed shop there. Check out Dirt Draft. They are the sponsor of Hot Laps every single high limit racing event. Let's get into our first Dirt Draft Hot Lap session of the evening. First car rolling into turn number 1 that you see on your screen. From Monrovia, Indiana, driving the Skagit Speedway Race Redeem Foundation Ford Performance Hagerly, number 26. That is Justin Peck. Justin Peck in the 26. And also on the racetrack from St. Mary's, New South Wales, Australia, in the TK Concrete, Maxim Trucking, Zip Bonds, Elite Installations, number 55. That is the Madman, Kerry Madsen. Kerry Madsen in the number 55. And the single number 5 making his way down the backstretch from Lubbock, Texas, in the Horizon Whiskey, Nice Crete and Landis, ShopTruckParts.com, FuelPools.com, High Performance Lubricants, number 5. That is Brenham Crouch. Brenham Crouch in the number 5. And from right here in Eagle, Nebraska, rolling into turn 3 in the Druke Trucking, Forbes Motorsports, Ernie Enterprises, American Trailer Company, number 95, that is Tyler Druke. Tyler Druke in the 95. And just behind him, from Ankeny, Iowa, in the IntelliSense, Heartland Steel, Hireview Enterprises, C&D Elevator Construction, number 4, that is Cam Martin. Cam Martin in the number 4. And making his high-limit racing debut tonight from Armour, South Dakota, and the Workweld, Rex Winkle Concrete, Central Plains Automotion, Boats Repair, number 31, that is Kobe Workmeister. Kobe Workmeister in number 31. And also getting up to speed out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the Hefty Brand C, Blondie Motorsport, Onset Underground, IDSP number 6K, it's Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson in the 6K. And the final car on the track out of Clovis, California, and the Myers Constructors, Four Seas Construction, driven to save lives, Sander Engineering, Tally Oil number 14 BC, it's Corey Day. Corey Day in the 14 BC. We're underway with our first Dirt Draft Hot Lap session of the night. Fastest driver so far, it's Kerry Madsen, the 55, a lap time of 12.154, 1:2.154. Corey Day jumps up to second, and now Peck goes to the top as the yellow flag is displayed. So the caution comes out. The fastest driver so far in Dirt Draft Hot Laps is Justin Peck at 12.111 seconds, 1:2.111. Kerry Madsen in second. Corey Day is in third. Caleb Johnson fourth, and Brenham Crouch rounds out the top 5. As you can see, the drivers are not pulling off the racetrack when that yellow came out. They are going to slowly pace around the track and help bring in the moisture that is on the surface right now to help improve the lap times that we will see here when we get into Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. We mentioned it earlier, but the track record, 11.076, so we're over a second off of the track record as we sit right now, hoping to see those times maybe in the higher 11s before we get into Capital Custom Trailer qualifying here this evening. So slow wheel pack session before we turn them loose once again here in just a moment. There is Caleb Johnson on your screen, the number 6K, three-time winner this year at the Houston Speedway in South Dakota. Also saw Caleb Johnson with Highlander Racing earlier this year. That was a 12th place result at the Lakeside Speedway in Kansas. And there is Corey Day, two-time feature winner this year with Kubota Highlander Racing. Those two wins coming at the Tri-City Speedway in Illinois and the Las Vegas Motor Speedway dirt track, during the first race of the season. The green lights come back on and the green flag is waving. So we're back underway with our first dirt draft hot lap session of the night. Waving. Now we've got two cars running the same exact lap time. Justin Peck and Corey Day at 11.753. Brenham Crouch now goes to the top as the checkered flag is displayed. So checkered's out, yellow's on. The fastest driver at the conclusion of Dirt Draft Hot Lap Session number 1 is the 26 of Justin Peck. The lap time, 11.550 seconds. He is followed by Brenham Crouch in car number 5 at 11.694. Kerry Madsen in the 55 is third, 11.710. Tyler Drucke fourth, 11.728. And Corey Day in fifth at 11.753. Cam Martin, Kobe Workmeister, and Caleb Johnson, the rest of the drivers that were in that first session. Drivers in session number 2 now rolling onto the backstretch. The first one you see on the inside row at the front there from Enumclaw, Washington. Driving the Kane Screen Print Brumos Collection, HenrickCars.com. Caravan Trailers Unlimited Sports Solutions, number 9. That is Casey Kane. Casey Kane in car number 9. And getting pushed off into turn number 3 now, the driver of Benton, Arkansas, and the J.B. Henderson Construction, MPV Logistics, Mesquite Valley Transportation, Smith Titanium, number 45X, that is Landon Crawley. Landon Crawley in the 45X. And from Fresno, California, the Aspen Air, Logan Contractor Supply, Royal Flooring, Iowa Contractors, Precision Underground, number 18, that is Hot Sauce Giovanni Scelzi. Gio Scelzi in the number 18. And rolling by him into turn number 1 out of Higginsville, Missouri, and the Casey's FVP, Andy's Frozen Custard, Impact Signs, Weld Racing, Cat Excavation, number 21. That is Blackjack, Brian Brown. Brian Brown in the number 21. And making his Highlander Racing debut here tonight from Gympie, Queensland, Australia, and the Corbett's Group, Precision Well Services, Ike's Performance, number 25. That is Jai Corbett. Jai Corbett in the number 25. And also on the racetrack from Knoxville, Iowa, the Hughes Motorsports number 67. That is Jonathan Hughes. Jonathan Hughes in the 67. Final car in this session, one of our Race Redeem Foundation Rookie of the Year contenders out of Locust Grove, Oklahoma. The Pelham of Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design. Number 13, that is Dason Pursley. Dason Pursley in the 13 as we go green on Dirt Draft Hot Lap Session number 2. Checkered flag comes out on that session. We have a new driver at the top of the speed charts. Well, looks like Casey Kane is going to hang on to the top spot at 11.507 seconds. So Casey Kane now the fastest overall in Dirt Draft Hot Laps, 11.507. Dason Pursley right behind him at 11.513 seconds. Justin Peck was third. Gio Scelzi fourth at 11.624. And Brenham Crouch in fifth. Kerry Madsen, Tyler Drucke, Corey Day, Brian Brown, and Jai Corbett, the top 10 in Dirt Draft Hot Laps so far. Next set of cars rolling onto the backstretch on the inside of the first row. It's the DJ of the night from St. Helena, California. The Rico Abreu, Kerbagajanian Racing, Waste Connections, Mike's Pool Service, Pacific Boring, Whiskey Myers. Number 24, that is Rico Abreu. Rico Abreu in the number 24. And also on the racetrack right next to Rico out of Lemoore, California. And the Outlaw Wings, Rod and Supply, Wedge High Performance Cards, Kaiser Wheels, number 2C, that is Cole Macedo. Cole Macedo in the number 2C. And his older brother rolls down the front stretch now, also from Lemoore, California. And the all-by-your alternative, Massey Valley Transportation, Tarleton and Son, Scott Boyd Family, Durst Incorporated, number 41. That is Carson Macedo. Carson Macedo in the 41. And the current Kubota Highland Racing points leader is right behind him. Out of Grass Valley, California, the Napa Auto Parts, Bruno's Collection, Durst Incorporated, Factory Cane, Empire Netting and Fence, number 49. That is the Big Cat, Brad Sweet. Brad Sweet in the 49. And also on the track from Warrensburg, Missouri, the Beaver Drilling Tools, Sondro Manufacturing, bringing the source of the Heartland, number 12X, it's Cameron Key. Northport, Florida, the Global Link, Moxie Sports Advisors, NRC Truck Conversions, Eastern Metal Signs, Tar Heel Property Group, number 24D of Danny Sams III. And from Adel, Iowa, the New American Funding, Carl Coons Agency, Right Choice Shearing, TNS Industries, number 1K of Kelby Watt. Sweet and Carson Macedo go straight to the top of the board as the checkered is out. Closing in on that track record. Brad Sweet, now the fastest driver so far in Dirt Draft Hot Laps at 11.247 seconds. 11.247. Carson Macedo right behind him at 11.431. Then Casey Kane, Dason Pursley, and Justin Peck, the top 5. Rico Abreu in P6. Gio Scelzi is 7th. Brenham Crouch 8th. Kerry Madsen 9th. And Tyler Drucke rounds out the top 10 so far. Next group of cars is led on to the speedway by the driver at Lebanon, Indiana. In the Sander Engineering, Four Seas Construction, Tally, Autry Plumbing, Sincal Demolition, number 14. That is Spencer Baston. Spencer Baston in the 14. And lined up next to him out of Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, the J&S Classics, Whitecap, C&E Rigging, Class 1 Transportation, number 39, Emmett Anthony Macri. Anthony Macri in the 39M. And rolling behind Macri in turn number 4 now from Liberal, Kansas, and the Bybee Electric, Superior Trailers, Mel Hamilton Racing, Donna Racing Engines, number 36. It's Jason Martin. Jason Martin in the 36. And rolling down the front stretch now out of Myerstown, Pennsylvania, the M&M Painting and Construction, the Guru Equipment Auctions, Baps Paint, Livewire Customs, number 19, it's Brent Marks. Brent Marks in the 19. Another Rookie of the Year contender rolls into turn 1 from Waco, Texas. And the all-by-your alternative, Infamous Inc., Bush's Chicken, Flint Rock Ranch, Easy Print, number 9R. That is the quickest chicken, Chase Randall. Chase Randall in the 9R. And rolling into turn number 1 now from Altoona, Iowa, driving the Country Builders Construction, Ochako West, Bosma Family Farms, Tucker Trucking number 88W. That is the big unit, Austin McCarl. Austin McCarl in the 88W. And final car in this session from Sanborn, Minnesota, the Iowa Barnstormers, Divine Industrial Products, Jersey Freeze, Joel Pigeon Trucking number 2KS. That is Christopher Traum. Christopher Traum, 2KS. Green lights come on. Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 4. Jumps into the top 5 at 11.526 as the checkered flag comes out. And it appears that Marks will stay the fastest driver in that session at 5th quick at 11.526, the number 19 car of Brent Marks. Brad Sweet still the fastest at 11.247. Carson Macedo, Casey Kane, Dason Persley, and then Marks in 5th. Justin Peck, Rico Abreu, Jason Martin in that group went 8th quick overall. Gio Selzy and Chase Randall in that group was 10th quick in the 9R. Continuing on now with our hot lap sessions. Also on the racetrack on the back straightaway, the driver out of Pen Grove, California, in the Roth Motorsports, Roth Enterprises, Toyota Racing Development, HR Livestock Transportation, Mobile One, number 83, that is Buddy Kofoid. Buddy Kofoid in the 83. And one of our Race Redeem Foundation Rookie of the Year contenders also on the racetrack from Apollo, Pennsylvania, and the Mercedes Motorsports, Ducati of Pittsburgh, Hollywood Blasting and Coating, Mountain Mechanical, MAV Motorsports, number 42. That is Cy Lynch. Cy Lynch in the 42. And rolling off a turn number 4 now from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And the Hample Oil, Joel Pigeon Trucking, Raw Machinery, CP Mining and Excavating, number 10. That is Ryan Timms. Ryan Timms in car number 10. And the driver currently 4th in the overall point standings from Indianapolis, Indiana. In the NOS Energy Drink, Spire Motorsports, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Cars, Brandt Professional Agriculture, Gainbridge, number 7 BC, it's Sunshine, Tyler Courtney. Tyler Courtney in the 7 BC. And from Lincoln, Nebraska, the Team Jack Foundation, Uber Machine and Tools, Schoenfeld Headers, Harris Decals, number 1 M, it's Don Drown Jr. Don Drown Jr. in the 1M. And also on the track from Springfield, Nebraska, Estonton Racing, Carpetland, Certified Transmission, Mika Martians, number 53 of Jack Dover. Jack Dover in the 53. And from Odessa, Missouri, the Design Source 4 Motorhaven, Schnee Lawson Chassis, TT Equine, number 74 of Xavier Doney. Xavier Doney in the 74s were underway with our hot lap session number 5. Buddy Kofoid and Tyler Courtney both into the top 5. So at the conclusion of hot lap session number 5, Buddy Kofoid is the fastest. He is 3rd quick overall at 11.454 seconds. Brad Sweet still showing the way, 11.247. Carson Macedo in 2nd. Buddy Kofoid 3rd. Tyler Courtney was 4th at 11.484. And Casey Kane rounds out the top 5. Dason Persley, Brent Marks, Justin Peck, Rico Abreu, and in that group, Xavier Doney into the top 10. Next group of cars led on to the speedway by the driver out of Minden, Nevada. In the JST Motorsports, the Ritual, Smith Titanium Factory Cane, Maximum Racing Oils, number 88, that is Tanner Thorson. Tanner Thorson in the number 88. And getting fired off now from Clute, Texas, in the Vulcans Brothers Trucking, Power Plus, STC American Table, Bargain Bar, number 87, that is Aaron Reitzel. Aaron Reitzel in the number 87. And from Columbia, Missouri, the CSC Group, SNS Nationwide, LRI, Impact Signs, Missouri Games, number 23, that is Garrett Williamson. Garrett Williamson, number 23. And also on the speedway, rolling down the front stretch from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the Dahmer Powertrain, Telstar Technologies, Maximum Oil, Hobson Family, number 21H, it's the Macho Man, Brady Bacon. Brady Bacon in the 21H. And the winner of the last 3 410 sprint car races to be held here at Eagle Raceway rolls onto the speedway in Elk Grove, California. The FloRacing, Finley Farms, HendrickCars.com, Focus Brothers Trucking, Works Limited, JVI Group, number 57. It's Young Money Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson in the 57. And rolling down the backstretch now from Whirling, South Dakota in the CNS Motorsports, Ekman Dental Arts, Speedway Motors, Backlund Plumbing, number 81. That is Brant O'Banion. Brant O'Banion in the 81. And driver making his Eagle Raceway, Highland Racing, and 410 sprint car debut tonight from Greeley, Colorado, and the Greeley Automotive Machine. Now auto parts of Greeley, number 74, and it's Zach Merritt. Zach Merritt in the 74. Green lights come on Dirt Draft, hot lap session number 6. Kyle Larson is slow down the front straightaway as the checker comes out. So a problem for Larson as he is going to coast to a stop in turn 1. The checkered is out, and that is going to do it, I believe, For Dirt Draft Hot Laps, it looks like actually, we are going to stay on the racetrack. So Larson with a problem. He is going to get a push back to the work area, make that the pit area. Nobody in this group able to jump into the top 10. Looks like they will give this group at least a green-white checker to finish things off here. And here comes the green flag once again. Final hot lap session back underway. Couple drivers now into the top 5 with Garrett Williamson and Aaron Reitzel jumping up there. So the fastest in that final session and 4th overall, it's Garrett Williamson in car number 23. Lap time 11.455, 11455. Brad Sweet still the fastest overall tonight in Dirt Draft Hot Laps at 11.247. Second fastest overall is Carson Macedo, 11.431. Michael Buddy Kofoid at 11.454 in third. Garrett Williamson fourth at 11.455. And Aaron Reitzel in fifth, 11.476 seconds. Tyler Courtney, Casey Kane, Dason Persley, Brent Marks, and Justin Peck round out the top 10 fastest drivers tonight in Dirt Draft Hot Laps. Getting a look at the Silva Motorsports 57, as there is some work to do on that car. Curious to see what the issue could be, as they will be one of the last cars out to qualify here tonight, so they do have plenty of time to get things fixed up before Kyle needs to hit the racetrack here. Tony, what do you got going on?
Well, Chase, I've got such a good spot down here in the infield as we prepare for Capital Custom Trailers and Carts qualifying. Just halfway up the track on the entry into turn 1, just before that tractor tire. We saw it last year. You and Dylan talked about it a lot. That bump, that hump, whatever you want to call it, right in the middle of turn 1, man, it threw a couple guys for a curveball. Tanner Thorson got all crossed up and a little sideways as he made it through turns 1 and 2. Turn 1 was a spot to watch last year. I think it's going to stay that way in 2025.
I will agree with you on that there, Tony, as we now roll into Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. One car on the track at once. They go 2 laps on the speedway. Best lap time will line them up for a heat race. First car on the racetrack out of St. Mary's, New South Wales, Australia. TK Concrete, Maxim Trucking, Zip Bonds, Lead Installations, number 55. Here is the madman, Kerry Madsen. Madsen on lap 1, 11.548, 11548. Madsen, an MSGS 360 winner here last year for $10,000 at Eagle Raceway. Lap 2 for Kerry. He will go slower, 11.572, 11572. First lap better, 11.548. Next on the racetrack in the IntelliSense Heartland Steel Higher-View Enterprises C&D Elevator Construction number 4. The driver at Ankeny, Iowa. Here is Cam Martin. Cam Martin in the number 4. Cam Martin in his Eagle Raceway debut. Lap 1, he'll be 11.704, 11704. Cam Martin's best finish this year in a 4:10, 14th at Knoxville Raceway on May 10th. Lap number 2 for Cam Martin. He'll slow down to an 11.769. First lap better, 11.704. Cam Martin, second of 7 cars. Make that second of 2 cars, excuse me, as we continue to roll on. Another driver making his high-level racing debut from Hartmore, South Dakota. In the work world, Rex Winkle's Concrete, Central Plains Automotion, Boats Repair number 31. Here is Kobe Workmeister. Workmeister on lap 1 is second quick, 11.601, 11601. A little smoke come out of the cars. He makes his way off at turn number 2. High-level racing debut tonight. Was 7th in the 305 Nationals last year. Lap number 2, he will slow down to an 11.984. First lap better, 11.601. Kobe Workmeister is second quick. Next up from Lubbock, Texas, the Horizon Whiskey, Nice Green Landis, ShopTruckParts.com, BuiltPools.com, High Performance Lubricants number 5. Here is Brenham Crouch. Brenham Crouch in number 5. Lap 1 for Brenham. He'll be to the top, 11.476, 11476. Crouch, fastest so far, did not qualify for the feature here last year at Eagle Raceway. Lap number 2, he will go better. It's an 11.382, 11382. Brenham Crouch down to the top in Flight A of Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. Next up from Clovis, California, the Myers Constructors, Four Seas Construction, Driven to Save Lives, Sander Engineering, Tally Oil number 14, BC. Here is Payday, Corey Day. Lap 1 for Corey. He'll be 5th quick. Actually, it looks like the transponder did not register there, at least on my screen. Now it does. 3rd quick, 11.579, 11579. Corey Day in lap number 2 goes second quick, 11.399. 11399. Second quick for Corey Day of 5 cars so far. Next up from right here in Eagle, Nebraska, the Druke Trucking, Forbes Motorsports, Erie Enterprises, American Trailer Company number 95. Here is Tyler Druke. Tyler Druke, the 95. Lap 1 for Druke. He'll be 6 quick, 11.823, 11823. Tyler Druke, the 2023 Race Saver 305 Nationals champion here at Eagle Raceway. Lap number 2, he will improve to an 11.807, 11807. That is 6 quick of 6 cars for Tyler Druke in the 95, and might be a problem for our next qualifier, Justin Peck. His car does not get up to speed on the backstretch. Justin Peck, the driver out of Monrovia, Indiana, driving the Skagit Speedway, Race Redeem Foundation, Ford Performance, Hagerly number 26. Peck, the 26-year-old driver, now going to wait until he gets to turn number 2. Until he gets on the throttle. Do not want to have him get an extra little bit of runway to build up speed before the green flag. So Justin Peck going to slow down until he gets to turn number 2, and he should be able to get on the throttle here in just a moment. And here he goes. Peck coming to the green this time. Justin Peck currently 6th in the overall Kubota Highland Racing point standings. He is 98 points out of the lead with 2 wins on the season. One of those coming at Butler Motor Speedway in Michigan, the other one at Ransomville Speedway in New York. Lap 1 for Peck is 4th overall, 11.594, 11594. 4th quick for Peck on his opening time by the line. He was 11th here last season with Highland Racing. Lap number 2, he will slow down to an 11.671. First lap better, and 4th quick at 11.594. Your next qualifier is out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the Hefty Brand C, Blondie Motorsports, Onset Underground, IDSP number 6K. Here is Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson in the 6K. Lap 1 for Caleb Johnson, 6th quick, 11.657, 11.657 for the number 6K of Caleb Johnson. 3 times a winner this year at Houston Speedway. 4th here with MSTS 360 last season. Lap 2 will slow down to an 11.846. First lap better, 11.657. He is P6 of 8 cars for the 6K of Caleb Johnson. A little bit of a brief pause there as our next qualifier now makes his way onto the racetrack. The driver coming to us out of Higginsville, Missouri. In the Casey's FVP, Andy's Frozen Custard Impact Science World Racing Cat Excavation number 21. Here is Blackjack Brian Brown. Brian Brown and the number 21. Brownie on the clock. He'll take his first lap. It's going to be 4th quick, 11.556, 11556. Brian Brown, an ASCS winner here back in 2014 in a regional series. Lap 2 for Brownie. He will slow down to an 11.850. First lap better, and 4th quick, 11.556 for the 21 of Brian Brown. Next qualifier from Benton, Arkansas, the J.B. Anderson Construction, MPV Logistics, and Massey Dollar Transportation, Smith Titanium, number 45X. Here is Landon Crawley. Landon Crawley on the 45X. Crawley on lap 1. He'll be 7th overall at 11.652, 11652. Landon Crawley tonight makes his Eagle Raceway debut. Best finish this year with High Limit was a 7th place run at the Texas Motor Speedway dirt track. Lap 2, he'll slow down to a 12.150. First lap better at 11.652. That is 7th quick of 10 cars. Next up from Fresno, California, the Aspen Air, Logan Contractor Supply, Royal Flooring, Iowa Contractors, Precision Underground. Number 18, here is Hot Sauce Giovanni Selzy. Lap 1 for Gio. He will be 3rd, quick 11.451, 11451. Was 3rd with High Limit in 2023 and 9th last year here at Eagle Raceway. Lap 2 for Selzy. He'll slow down to an 11.544. First lap better, and 3rd quick 11.451 for the 18 of Giovanni Selzy. Next qualifier from Knoxville, Iowa, the Hughes Motorsports number 67. Here is Jonathan Hughes. Jonathan Hughes in the 67. Jonathan Hughes did not qualify last year for the feature with Highland Racing in his debut at 34 Raceway. He is 12th quick on lap 1 at 12.545, 12545. Best finish this year, 8th place at Farmington Empire Speedway back on May 10th. Lap 2, he will slow down to a 12.567. First lap just a little bit better at 12.545. That's 12th quick for Jonathan Hughes. Next on the clock from Locust Grove, Oklahoma, the Pella Avanti Windows and Doors. Big Spring Car Wash, water trimmed by design. Number 13 here is Dason Persley. Dason Persley in the 13. Persley on lap 1. He'll be fourth, quick 11.504, 115.04. Persley with 3 Capital Custom Trailer Quick Time Awards on the season so far. Lap number 2 for Jason Persley. He'll slow down just barely to an 11.515. First lap better, 11.504. Fourth quick for Jason Persley. And up next, making his Highland Racing debut from Gympie, Queensland, Australia. In the Corbett's Group, Precision Well Services, Ike's Performance Store at 25. Here is Jai Corbett. Jai Corbett in the 25. Lap 1 for Jai. He'll be 12 quick, 11.728, 11728. Jai Corbett comes into tonight off of a solid season over in Australia. 7 top 10s last year. Lap number 2, he'll slow down to an 11.857. First lap better, 11.728. That is 12 quick for Jai Corbett in car number 25. Next qualifier from Paul, Washington. The Canes Green Brent Primos Collection, HinderCars.com. Caravan Trailers, Unlimited Sports Solutions. Number 9, here is Casey Kane. Casey Kane in the number 9. Lap 1 for Kane. He will be 9th quick at 11.619, 11619. Casey Kane was second here with the All-Star Circuit of Champions in 1999. Lap number 2, he's 7th quick now at 11.565, 11565. That is 7th quick for Casey Kane in car number 9. Qualifying next out of Lemoore, California, the Outlaw Wings Rod and Supply, Wedge High Performance Cards, Kaiser Wheels. Number 2C here is Cole Macedo. Cole Macedo in the 2C. Lap 1 for Cole. He'll be 8th quick at 11.585, 11585. Cole Macedo currently 12th in the World of Outlaws point standings with 6 top 10s on the year. The 2024 NARC champion. Lap 2, he'll slow down to 11.659. First lap better, and 8th quick at 11.585 for Cole Macedo in the 2C. Up next, from St. Helena, California, the Rico Abreu Curb Junior Racing, Waste Connections, Mike's Pool Service, Pacific Boring, Whiskey Myers. Number 24 here is Rico Abreu. Rico Abreu in the 24. Abreu on lap 1. He'll be 11th quick, 11.633, 11633. Rico Abreu was second here with High Limit back in 2023, coming off a 13th place run at 141 Speedway on Thursday night. Lap 2, he'll slow down to an 11.642. First lap better, and 11th quick at 11.633 for Rico Abreu in the 24. Next qualifier out of Northport, Florida. This is the Global Link, Moxie Sports Advisors, NRC Truck Conversions, Eastern Metal Signs, Tar Heel Property Group, number 24, DF Danny Sams III. Lap 1 for Danny. He'll be 16th quick, 11.769, 11769. Danny Sams enters tonight 12th in the Highland, make that 13th in Highland Racing point standings. Lap 2, he'll go faster, 14th overall at 11.690, 11690, 14th quick for Danny Sams III. Qualifying next out of Lemoore, California, the all-ball year alternative, Infamous Inc. Make that $1,000 Transportation, Charlton & Sons, Scott Boyd Family, Durst Incorporated. Number 21 here is Carson Macedo. Carson Macedo in the 41. Macedo on lap 1. He'll be 7th quick, 11.559, 11559. Carson Macedo enters tonight, currently 3rd in the World of Outlaws point standings with 3 wins on the season. Make that 4 wins on the season. Lap 2, 6th quick, 11.555, 11555. Carson Macedo is P6. Out of Adel, Iowa, here is the New American Funding, Carl Coons Agency, Right Choice Shearing, TNS Industries. Number 1K, it's Kelby Watt. Kelby Watt in the 1K. Lap 1 for Kelby Watt. He'll be 19th overall at 11.987, 11987. 19th for Kelby Watt on his opening time by the line. Watt did not qualify for the feature with Hyman. Last year was 6th with the Outlaws at Jackson earlier this year. Lap 2 is faster, but stays 19th at 11.974. 19th out of 20 for Kelby Watt in the 1K. Next qualifier out of Warrensburg, Missouri. Here is the Beaver Drill and Tools, Sondro Manufacturing, Bleeding Disorders of the Heartland, number 12X. It is Cameron Key. Cameron Key in the 12X. Lap 1 for Cameron. He's 19th overall, 11.949, 11949. Cameron Key, best run this year, 3rd at the Power I-410 Series on May 23rd at US 36 Raceway in Missouri. Lap 2, he's faster, but stays 19th at 11.947, 11947, 19th of 21 for Cameron Key. Final car in our first flight of qualifiers out of Grass Valley, California. The Napa Auto Parts, Primos Collection, Durst Incorporated Factory Kane, Empire Netting and Fence number 49. Here is Brad Sweet. Lap 1 for Brad Sweet. He is 5th quick, 11.530, 11530. Brad Sweet was 2nd here last year, was 4th with the Outlaws in 2017 at Eagle. Lap 2 for Brad Sweet, 4th quick, 11.483, 11483. Brad Sweet, 4th quick in the number 49. So that is it for Flight A of qualifying. How about Brenham Crouch, the fastest driver in Flight A in car number 5, 11.382. Brenham Crouch, the fastest in Flight A of Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. Here comes Flight B. First driver from Flight B out of Lebanon, Indiana, the Sander Engineering, 4Cs Construction, Tally, Audrey Plumbing, Sincal Demolition, number 14. This is Spencer Baston. Spencer Baston in the 14. Spencer Baston on his opening time by will be an 11.804, 11.804. Spencer was 12th here with High Limit in 2024. Best finish of the year came back at Lakeside Speedway. It was a 4th place result. Lap 2 for Spencer Baston, better, 11.771, 11771. Spencer Baston sets the bar in Flight B of Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. From Myerstown, Pennsylvania, here is the M&M Painting and Construction, the Group Equipment Auctions, Baps Paint, Livewire Custom, number 19. The pilot is Brent Marks. Brent Marks in the 19. Lap 1 for Brent. It's going to be 2nd quick, 11.833, 11833 for Brent Marks on his opening time by the start-finish line. Marks was 14th here with the Outlaws in 2017, the best of his 3 visits here to Eagle. Lap number 2 is to the top, 11.753, 11753. Brent Marks now sets the bar in Flight B of qualifying. Next up out of Waco, Texas, here is the all-by-your alternative, Ifmas Inc., Bush's Chicken, Flint Rock Ranch, Easy Print number 9R. It's the quickest chicken, Chase Randall. Chase Randall in the 9R. Lap 1 for Chase Randall is going to be 3rd quick, 11.837, 11837. Chase Randall was 6th here with High Limit in 2023 and 7th last year, so 2 really good runs for Randall in the past. Lap 2, he's to the top, 11.744, 11744 to the top for Chase Randall on lap number 2. Next up out of Billsburg, Pennsylvania, it's the J&S Classics Whitecap C&D Rigging Class 1 Transportation number 39M. The driver is Anthony Macri. Anthony Macri in the 39M. Macri on lap 1. He is to the top, 11.662, 11662 on lap 1 for Anthony Macri. Finished 5th here 2 years ago, a 7-time winner this season. Lap number 2, he's better, 11.615, 11615. Anthony Macri to the top in Flight B of qualifying. Now to Iowa. Here's the Country Builders Construction, Ochoco West, Bosma Family Farms, Tucker Trucking number 88W. It's the big unit, Austin McCarl. Austin McCarl on the 88W. McCarl over the cushion in turn 4, wheels up off the corner. Lap 1, 12.024, 12024 for Austin McCarl on his opening lap. He was 13th here in 2023, 4th with the National Sprint League back in 2015. Lap 2, he will go to the top, 11.522, 11522. Austin McCarl out to the top in Flight B. Next driver out of Liberal, Kansas, in the Bybee Electric Superior Trailers, Mill Hamilton Racing, Donna Racing, engine number 36. This is Jason Martin. Jason Martin in the 36. Lap number 1 for Jason Martin is 6 quick, 11.786, 11786. A Power I 410 winner earlier this year at the US 36 Raceway. Best high limit run this year, 13th at Texas Motor Speedway. Lap 2 will slow down to an 11.957. First lap better, 11.786. That's P6 of 6 cars for Jason Martin. Next qualifier to Sanborn, Minnesota. Here is the Iowa Barnstormers, Des Moines Industrial Products, Jersey Freeze, Joel Pigeon Trucking number 2KS. It's Christopher Traum. Christopher Traum in the 2KS. Lap 1 for Traum. He'll be 7th overall, 11.942, 11942. Traum, his 3rd night behind the wheel. The TKS Motorsports car was 8th place on Sunday night at Houston Speedway. Lap number 2 for Christopher Traum. He'll go faster, but stays 7th overall, 11.821, 11821. Christopher Traum, 7th quick. From Indianapolis, Indiana, here's the Moss Energy Drink, Spire Motorsports, LA's Custom Trailers and Cars, Brant Professional Agriculture, Gainbridge, number 7 BC. This is Sunshine Tyler Courtney. Lap 1 for Courtney. He'll be 2nd quick, 11.592, 11592 for the first lap of Tyler Courtney. Tyler Courtney was 6th here last year with Highland Racing Eagle Raceway. Lap number 2 is going to slow down to an 11.730. First lap better, 11.592. Second quick for Tyler Courtney. Pennsylvania in the Mosinix Motorsports Ducati at Pittsburgh. Hollywood Blasting Cody Not Mechanical Mav Motorsports number 42. Here is Cy Lynch. Cy Lynch in the 42. Lap 1 for Cy Lynch is a 9th quick time, 12.003, 12003. Cy Lynch 24th with high limit here last year. Best run of the season, 8th place at Butler Motor Speedway. Lap 2 will go faster. It stays 9th quick, 11.885, 11885. 9th quick for Cy Lynch. Next qualifier from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the Hample Oil, Joel Pigeon Trucking, Raw Machinery, CP Mining, and Excavating number 10. Here is Ryan Timms. Ryan Timms in number 10. Lap 1 for Ryan Timms. He's 10th quick, 11.999, 11999. Ryan Timms' last 11 410 starts, 8 of them resulted in first or second place finishes. Lap 2, 6th quick, 11.762, 11762. P6 for Ryan Timms of 10 cars. From Lincoln, Nebraska, here's the Team Jack Foundation, Ingram Machine and Tools, Show and Fill Headers, Harris Decals number 1M. It's Don Drow Jr. Don Drow Jr. in the 1M. Lap 1 for Don. It's going to be 11th overall, 12.381, 12381. Don Drow Jr., 4th place finish with the All-Star Circuit of Champions back in 1998. Lap number 2, he'll go faster at 12.200, 12200. Don Drow Jr., 11th quick of 11 cars. Next up from Springfield, Nebraska, the Esteton Racing, Carpetland, Certified Transmission, Mecum Auctions at 53. Here is the gas man, Jack Dover. Jack Dover in the 53. Jack Dover on lap 1. He'll be 11th overall at 12.067, 12067. Jack Dover, multi-time winner here at the Eagle Raceway during the Race Saver 305 Nationals. Lap number 2, he's 10th quick at 11.881, 11881. 10th quick for Jack Dover of 12 cars. Next up from Pren Grove, California, in the Roth Motorsports, Roth Enterprises, Toyota Racing Development, HR Livestock Transportation, Mobile One, number 83. Here is Buddy Kofoid. Buddy Kofoid in the 83. Kofoid on lap 1. He is 4th quick, 11.677, 11.677. Michael Buddy Kofoid comes in tonight, 2nd in the overall World of Outlaws point standings. Lap number 2 for Kofoid is 2nd quick, 11.542, 11542. 2nd quick for Buddy Kofoid in car number 83. Your next qualifier is from Odessa, Missouri, the Design Source Ford Motor Haven, Schnee Lawson Chassis, TNT Equine, number 74. Here is Xavier Doney. Xavier Doney in the 74. Lap 1 for Xavier is going to be 13th overall, 11.925, 11925. Xavier tonight in his Eagle Raceway debut. Best run this year, 4th place with Power Eye 410s at Lake Ozark on May 24th. Lap 2, he's faster on lap 2, 11.889, 11889. Still 13th quick of 14 cars. From Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, driving the Dahmer Powertrain, Telstar Technologies, Maxima Oil, Hobson family, number 21H. Here is the Macho Man, Brady Bacon. Brady Bacon in the 21H. Lap 1 for Brady is going to be 14th overall, 11.958, 11958. Brady Bacon, 5th with high limit, both at Las Vegas Motor Speedway and at Kokomo Speedway. Lap 2 for Brady is 9th overall, 11.771, 11771. Brady Bacon, 9th quick. His Highland Racing debut tonight from Greeley, Colorado, in the Greeley Automotive Machine, Napa Auto Parts of Greeley, number 74M. Here is Zach Merritt. Zach Merritt in the 74M. Lap 1 for him is going to be a 12.975, 12975. Tonight, the 410 Sprint Car debut for Zach Merritt. Has been running 360s and midgets for a lot of his career. Lap 2, he'll improve to a 12.793, 12793. That is 16th quick for Zach Merritt in the 74M. Next qualifier from Columbia, Missouri. He drives the CSC Group, SNS Nationwide, LRI, Impact Signs, Missouri Games. Number 23 here is Garrett Williamson. Garrett Williamson in the 23. Lap 1 for Williamson. He'll be 5th quick, 11.622. 11622 for Garrett Williamson on lap number 1. Garrett is currently 10th in World of Outlaws point standing. Salmon top 10s on the year. Lap number 2. Fourth quick, 11.594. 11594. Fourth quick for Garrett Williamson on lap 2. Next up from Minden, Nevada, the JST Motorsports, the Ritual Smith Titanium Factory Cane, Maximum Racing Oils, number 88. This is Tanner Thorson. Tanner Thorson in the car number 88. Lap number 1 for Thorson. It's going to be 13th quick, 11.861, 11861. Tanner Thorson on a streak of 5 top 10 finishes in a row between High Limit Racing and the World of Outlaws. Lap number 2 for Tanner Thorson. He's better up to 12th quick, 11.792, 11792. 12th quick for Tanner Thorson in the 88. Next driver to Clute, Texas, the Fulkins Brothers Trucking Power Plus STC American Table Bargain Bar number 87. This is Aaron Reitzel. Aaron Reitzel in the 87. Reitzel, 5th in the point standings coming into tonight, lap 1. He'll be 17th quick at a 12.001, 12011. Aaron Reitzel with 6 fast times on the year, the most of any driver by 3. Lap 2 for Reitzel, it's going to be 6th quick, 11.693, 11693. P6 for Aaron Reitzel, 19 cars. Next up out of Elk Grove, California, the FloRacing Finley Farms, HinderCars.com, Fulkins Brothers Trucking Works Limited, JVI Group, number 57. Here is Young Money, Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson in the 57. Lap 1 for Larson, he's off the pace, 18th quick, 11.983, 11983, and that car, even after hot laps, does not sound very good. The power sounds sour. I'm not sure if that is a Czech Christnerism or not, but if it is, I just made a new one. Kyle Larson now headed back to the pit area. He will be credited with an 18th place time of 11.983. And here is our final qualifier of the night. The driver comes to us out of Whirling, South Dakota in the CNS Motorsports, Ekman Arts, Speedway Motors, Backlund Plumbing, number 81. Here is Brant O'Banion. Brant O'Banion in the 81. Brant O'Banion on his opening time by the line will be 20th quick at a 12.540, 12540. Brant O'Banion this year, his best finish came back on May 11th and June 8th, a 21st place run at Houston Speedway in South Dakota. Lap number 2, he's across the line sideways. He'll be slower on lap 2 at 12.637. First lap better at 12.540. So I believe that will do it for Capital Custom Trailer qualifying here tonight. Your fastest in Flight B was Austin McCarl at 11.522 seconds. Buddy Kofoid second, Tyler Courtney third, Garrett Williamson fourth, and Anthony Macri rounds out the top 5 in Flight B of qualifying. But fastest overall tonight, how about Brenham Crouch in the car number 5? A great lap for Brenham. His lap was an 11.382. He was followed by Corey Day, Gio Selzy, Brad Sweet, and Dason Pursley in Flight A of qualifying. And Brenham Crouch, 11.382, his first Capital Custom Trailer fast time of the season in the CJB Motorsports number 5. Well, race fans, we've got the drivers about to make their way over to the T-shirt trailers because we have a FanFest going on now. FanFest going on from right now until 7:25. So if you would like to meet your favorite driver, get a picture, get an autograph, buy a piece of merchandise, the drivers, all of them will be heading to their T-shirt trailers outside of turn number 1 right now for the next 25 minutes. FanFest begins now here at Eagle Raceway.
I'm Tanner Thorson. You're watching Kubota High Limit Racing on Flow.
Introducing the My Kubota app. With My Kubota, connecting with your local dealer is easier than ever. Find them with just a tap and contact them quickly for any assistance you need. Access comprehensive resources like how-to guides, owner's manuals, fault codes, maintenance schedules, and more. Everything you need to keep your Kubota running smoothly. Download the app today.
Capital Custom Trailers and Coaches. We are the #1 Renegade Toterhome dealer and the #1 Intech and Bravo Sprint Car Trailer dealer. No one sells more Toterhomes and Sprint Car Trailers than we do. Check out our complete lineup at capitalrenegade.com. If you're in the market for a Toterhome or a trailer,
Trust the people that are in the pits with you and that support the sport.
Winning doesn't just happen. You have to engineer it. You have to test it and make it better than it was the last time. Our engineers have the passion to create the parts you need, the way you need them to be, again and again and again. We've led this game for over 40 years, and we design, refine, and perfect every valve train part worthy of the winner's circle.
When it comes to magneto ignition performance, there's only one name that you can trust, and that's BR Motorsports Ignitioneering. Servicing the racing industry for over 30 years, our state-of-the-art Magneto Dyno Test Lab facility is equipped with the most technically advanced equipment available. And that's why crew chiefs like Paul Silva and Philip Dietz choose BR for all their ignition needs. To learn more, visit us at brpromag.com.
What are you doing with the Johnson sofa?
They had a pipe break. Water leaked all over.
Really?
I'm a roto-rooter plumber.
Really?
We do water cleanup, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup. Yeah, we do both.
The biggest sprint car series in the world is coming to Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri for a massive 3-day event, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, June 26 to 28. See NASCAR superstar Kyle Larson on Thursday and the rest of the high rollers all weekend long.
For the lead down the front straightaway, takes it away.
Big money, Kubota High Limit Racing. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now at highlimitracing.com.
And FanFest is well underway here tonight at the Eagle Raceway for about the next 17 or so minutes. As we do with every single High Limit Racing event, we kick off opening ceremonies at 7:25 p.m. sharp each and every race. That gives us plenty of time for the fans to head back there and meet up with their favorite drivers, which, as you could tell, seems to be a pretty big hit tonight with what we are expected to be over 7,000 people showing up to one badass racetrack, they call it here at the Eagle Raceway. Now, before we get into some content here for you to take a look at during our FanFest, let's take a look at the overall point standings with Kubota High Level Racing, because things are very, very, I don't know if they can get much more interesting other than maybe if all 14 full-timers were tied for the lead. But Brad Sweet currently shows the way with 1,086 points. He has just a 2-point lead over Rico Ebru with 1,084. Brent Marks 5 points behind Brad Sweet with 1,081. Tyler Courtney 8 points behind Sweet with 1,078. And Aaron Reitzel just 16 points behind Brad Sweet with 1,070. So you read that right. The top 5 in points are separated by just 16 entering tonight at Eagle Raceway. Justin Peck is 6th in points. He's minus 98. Tanner Thorson just went by Casey Kane for 7th in the overall point standings. Kane back to 8th. Baston is 9th. And Chase Randall rounds out the top 10 of the current point standings with Kubota High Limit Racing. Now, I want to get into this as well. If you are a person that likes to wager on racing or likes to wager on sports, well, we've got that for you right here. If you would like to get involved and try and win some real money on the racing, go to nxtbets.com/playhlr. While you are there, it'll show you which sports books are available in your region, and you can get a sign-on bonus up there as well if you go to that website, nxtbets.com/playhlr. Here are the odds for the outright winners here tonight. Kyle Larson is the favorite at plus 212. Rico Ebru plus 443. Brad Sweet at plus 614. Corey Day at plus 1048. Tyler Courtney 1072. Anthony Macri at 1092. Carson Macedo at plus 1360. And Buddy Kofoid at plus 1553. The Rodman risk for tonight, he finally got that first win off his back of 2025. I'm going to go with Tyler Courtney. Just got the win at Knoxville Raceway last Saturday. He ran well against the Outlaws when they were at the Plymouth Dirt Track last week, and he ran well, was running well until he got into an incident at 141 Speedway. So I like the speed out of the 7BC, got that first win out of the way, don't have to think about it anymore. I think he's going to come in here and run very, very well. That is the Rodman risk for tonight. Sunshine at plus 1,072. $10 bet will get you about $100 there in your pocket. FanFest continues on right now. Last year here at Eagle Raceway, it was a huge success as well. If you did not see the highlights of the main event, well, here we go. We got them for you.
Let's go racing off at turn number 4. We are green.
Good start for Thorson. Hangs with Macedo, but Carson too strong off the bottom. He'll lead down the backstretch. Ebru and Larson already resuming their battle from a year ago. This time, though, it's for 3rd and 4th.
Macedo now searching around. Runs the middle this time in 3-4. Gets sideways off the corner. We got one off the pace and into the infield. It's Brent Marks.
Front wing and left front broken.
The drone sitting down here in turn number 1. Oh, Marks. But he throw a slider there on base, and he tried to get crossy on him there. Little contact. 32 laps to go. Still a long ways away from home. In this one, we're back underway.
Goes to the top, big slider from Rico on Thorson for the 2nd spot. Thorson able to turn back down the hill. Now Rico gives him one of his own. This is the race for the 2nd spot. Thorson now trying to fend off Larson for 3rd.
Rico, we know he likes to play into that little rivalry between the Outlaws and High Limit. He wants to win this thing bad as he looks to track down Carson Macedo. Kyle Larson underneath the Tanner Thorson. For the 3rd spot, he's got it off at turn 4. The 2nd place car, Rico Ebru, running faster times than Carson Macedo, and that traffic's getting thicker and thicker for him.
And Casey Kane peels to the bottom. That's going to help Macedo. No, he tried to get down in front of Cole Macedo. Couldn't do it. Now where does Carson go? He's got cars in front of him. Oh, Corey Day explodes a right rear on the front stretch. There was pieces of that tire.
They were
20
over
feet in the air.
Over the scoreboard in the infield. That tire was so high in the air. Zeb Wise runs it over right there on the front straightaway.
There it goes. Oh, he hit the wall.
Yep.
After it blew. Then you see a piece. Oh my gosh. Rico's got nose wing damage too. So he hit something very hard enough to not only flatten the right rear, but knock the nose wing about clean off the 24s.
Coming back to the green flag, Carson Macedo back on the gas. Great restart for both Tanner Thorson and Kyle Larson. Larson not wasting any time. Big slider into turns 1 and 2, takes the lead, hops the cushion, and Macedo gets back by him.
Larson knew that was exactly what he was going to do. He was ready for it. He'll try again into turn number 3. He'll clear Macedo. Carson crosses back over to the inside. Now Larson, a crossover of his own. Race for the lead with 21 to go. Larson back to the front.
Carson Macedo back to the inside. Here comes Brad Sweet. 3-car battle for the lead at the Bikini Zone Eagle Nationals. Off at turn number 4. Macedo leads the lap, but Brad Sweet's right there as well.
High Limit versus the Outlaws on full display right here. Macedo to the lead off of turn number 2. Larson tries to get back to the inside. Macedo squeezes him. Larson jams into the inside. He's the leader now with 19 to go.
19 to go. Kyle Larson at the top spot. Carson Macedo tries to throw a slider. Can't get there in time. Slides to the cushion. Here comes Brad Sweet with a run down the back straightaway. Sweet looking underneath of him. Slider for the second spot. Brad Sweet's up to P2.
Boy, the intensity is ramped up in a hurry here. Great race for second as Larson scampers away. Macedo tries to squeeze Sweet up to the outside wall. Brad bangs off the ledge. Macedo falls back to 4th as James McFadden moves to 3rd.
Here comes Kerry Madsen. Madsen's up into the 3rd spot. And Sunshine off the bottom. Gonna get by several cars down the front straightaway. Tyler Courtney got the bottom of the racetrack rolling right now. He's up to 4th.
And this is where being in second sometimes is an advantage because you can try things. You have to try things to try to close that gap. Sweet has closed for sure now as Larson's getting bottled up behind Rico Abreu and Casey Kane, the lap cars.
Sweet's got the rubber dialed in off at turn number 4. Now Larson finds in turn 1. Now they're nose to tail. What can they do? They're going to try and get by Rico Abreu. Same song, different dance at I-70 a few nights ago. They were in the rubber there. They were nose to tail for the top 3 positions. And this time by, Larson's got 8 laps to go.
You can smell it. Brad is right there as they both found the rubber now in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. This is going to be exciting though if Sweet can get to him. He's got to make his move quick and be perfect and precise with the track conditions at both ends of the racetrack. Larson bobbles here. Sweet to the inside with 6 to go.
Here comes Kerry Madsen as well. Madsen's there. The race between the lead is for 3 positions. Madsen in 3rd, Sweet 2nd, and Larson with the race lead. They cannot catch Rico Abreu. Larson is struggling right now out front.
James McFadden has closed in as well. Here's another slider attempt from Sweet. Larson gets the power down and able to hold him off for now. We'll come to 5 to go right here. Battle for 3rd behind him. Not over yet. Larson has got to kind of tiptoe through the tulips over here in 1 and 2. And if he gets to Abreu, he's going to have to strike and strike fast because Sweet will be all over him. McFadden's 3rd, Macedo's 4th. They've checked out from 5th on back. White flag for Kyle Larson.
1 to go for Larson. A little mistake on the entry right there. Sweet may have some kind of opportunity here in the last corner. What does he do? We're going to fall to the top of the racetrack. And off of turn number 4, 3 in a row at Eagle Raceway. Kyle Larson wins the Bikini Zone Eagle Nationals. Brad Sweet 2nd, James McFadden 3rd, Carson Macedo 4th, and Kerry Madsen rounds out the top 5.
I'm Danny Sams, and you're watching Kubota High Limit Racing live on FloRacing.
Established in 1983, FK Rod Ends has been the industry leader for both midget and micro racing. Family owned and operated, we take pride in our products and our name because we know you value yours. Visit our website, www.fkrodends.com, to find out how you can join our winning team. FK Rod Ends. To beat the best, you've got to use the best.
Is it all a fever dream? I'm burning gasoline.
Rico goes back to the high side. Get to the lead. Shiz. To the turn now. Look to the inside of turn 1. Abreu to the outside. Major contact.
This is what you save your lunch money for.
Welcome to the High Limit Room.
So you're young, what are you, 18?
I'm 18.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Appreciate it. I'm mic'd up. Just be careful. Dude, I smoked it so hard it threw the right front up over the concrete rail and blew the axle out of the thing, and I like limped it across the line. I always try and take a couple minutes before I get in the car and just try and run the race through my head. Yeah, finally back to a small track. What's up, buddy? Oh, what you got? Sweet. Appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
Motor meet will go at 6 o'clock in the staging lane.
All right, good luck.
Racing for Driven to Save Lives is, for a cause. It's cool that I get to represent it and, hopefully get more people to sign up for organ donation.
Introducing the My Kubota app. With My Kubota, connecting with your local dealer is easier than ever. Find them with just a tap and contact them quickly for any assistance you need. Access comprehensive resources like how-to guides, owner's manuals, fault codes, maintenance schedules, and more. Everything you need to keep your Kubota running smoothly. Download the app today.
And welcome back to Eagle Raceway, getting a good look at the large crowd that's making their way into the 1/3 mile for tonight's $55,555 to win main event for the Eagle Nationals. FanFest got about 4 more minutes left of that before we get into opening ceremonies. At this time, we would like to thank all the sponsors that allow Kubota High Limit Racing to go across the country for more than 50 races a year. Without these guys, it would not be possible. The largest provider of plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleanup services in North America. Roto-Rooter can even provide sewer repair or replacement without digging up your lawn. With a reputation for fast, reliable services for 90 years, Roto-Rooter provides residential and commercial services across the United States and Canada. Cometic Gasket is a proud sponsor of High Limit Racing. Cometic is the go-to high-performance gasket for racers around the globe. Cometic is dedicated to customer satisfaction and provides uncompromised sealing solutions designed for each customer's specific application. Cometic gaskets are the industry standard for championship-winning teams across multiple disciplines of both professional and amateur motorsports. Cometic gaskets are proudly made in the USA. For more information, log on to Cometic.com. Cometic Gasket, sealing championships since 1989. K1 Race Gear is proud to be the official safety gear provider of High Limit Racing. More top-level drivers across all forms of motorsport trust K1 Race Gear with their safety product needs. Whether it is premium custom suits, gloves, or shoes, K1 Race Gear has you covered. Find out more at K1RaceGear.com and follow us along at K1 Race Gear on all social media platforms. K1 Race Gear, the racer's brand of safety gear and apparel. Race fans, are you ready to experience the ultimate in equipment solutions? Head to your nearest Kubota dealership today and discover a world of top quality products, expert advice, and exceptional service. From tractors to utility vehicles, Kubota offers a wide range of reliable options to meet your needs. Don't wait any longer. Visit a Kubota dealership now and let them help you find the perfect solution for your equipment needs. So thanks to all of those great partners, Kubota, K1, Roto-Rooter, Kinetic Gaskets, and so many more that allow High Limit Racing to do what we do each and every week. We are now ready for opening ceremonies, so for that, let's go downstairs to TLP. It's Tony Laporta.
Thanks very much, Chase. We are down here inside Whiskey Myers Victory Lane as we are ready to kick off night number 5 of the Roto-Rooter Midweek Series and the Eagle Nationals here at Eagle Raceway. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you say? Are you ready to go racing here tonight? We are too. Kubota High Limit Racing very, very happy to be back at the place they call One Badass Racetrack. At this time, we ask all of you who are here in attendance with us tonight at the Eagle Raceway to rise if you are able. We're happy to welcome in from Racers for Christ to lead us in tonight's invocation, Jim Wachinski.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth that it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us from our trespasses as we forgive those that trespass against us. And lead us not in temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Thank you, Jim. Folks, at this time, we ask that you please remain standing. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we prepare to honor America with a live performance of tonight's national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please give a warm welcome performing a duet performance of tonight's national anthem, Jennifer Guevara and Andrew Smith.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Eagle Raceway, one more time. How about it for Jennifer Guevara and Andrew Smith? Well, I asked you once already, Eagle, Nebraska, but there's a grip of you here. What do you say? Are you ready to go sprint car racing? That is why we're at the Eagle Raceway. It's $55,555. It's night number 5 of the Roto-Rooter Midweek Series, and it's time to go all in with Kubota High Limit Racing.
You know I'm never gonna slack. Slack. You know I'm never gonna slack.
TJ Forged heat race number 1 is now on the racetrack. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for our first of 4 heat races. On the pole out of Fresno, California, driving the Aspen Air, Logan Contractor Supply. Royal Flooring, Iowa Contractors, Precision Underground. Number 18, it's Hot Sauce, Giovanni Scelzi. And outside of him, from Locust Grove, Oklahoma, driving the Pella, Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design. Number 13, it's Dason Persley. Starting in the 3rd spot from Lemoore, California, the All By Your Alternative, Mesquite Valley Transportation, Tarleton and Son, Scott Boyd Family, Durston Corporate. Number 41 of Carson Macedo. And outside of him, your fast time qualifier tonight out of Lubbock, Texas, the Horizon Whiskey, Knights Crete and Landis, ShopTruckParts.com, PhilPools.com, High Performance Lubricants number 5 of Brenham Crouch. And starting in 5th from Enumclaw, Washington, in the Cane Screen Print Primrose Collection, HendrickCars.com, Caravan Trailers Unlimited Sports Solutions, number 9 of Casey Kane. Starting to his outside from Monrovia, Indiana, in the Skagit Speedway, Race Redeem Foundation, Ford Performance, Hagerly, number 26, it's Justin Peck. And starting in 7th from St. Helena, California, in the Rico Abreu Kerbeck Genian Racing, Waste Connections, Mike's Pool Service, Pacific Boring, Whiskey Myers, number 24, it's Rico Abreu. And it was outside of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, in the Hefty Brand C, Blondie Motorsports, Austin Underground, IDSP, number 6K, Caleb Johnson. Starting inside of number 5 in the 9th position of Ankeny, Iowa, and Intellisense, Heartland Steel, Hireview Enterprises, C&D Elevator Construction, number 4 of Cam Martin, and outside of him from Eagle, Nebraska. Driving the Druki Trucking, Forbes Motorsports, Ernie Enterprises, American Trailer Company, number 95 of Tyler Druki, and your final starter in this one from Adel, Iowa, and the New American Funding, Carl Coons Agency, Right Choice Shearing, TNS Industries, number 1K, Kelby Watt. That is the lineup for TJ Forge heat race number 1. 8 laps the distance. The top 5 going to the feature. 2 cars will go to the dash, the heat race winner, and the fastest qualifier to transfer in this heat race, that would be Brenham Crouch. If he stays in the top 5, he will go to the dash as well. Green set to come out in turn number 4. We're underway. Lights come on, and Gio Scelzi jumps out to the early race lead, runs the bottom in turn number 1. Carson Macedo with a wheelie off of turn number 2, getting by number 5 of Brenham Crouch. Crouch under fire from Casey Kane. Out of the outside comes Justin Peck. And all of a sudden, Crouch is on the bubble spot for a transfer position of the feature. Crouch back around the outside, gets by Casey Kane. Now Crouch needs to not lose that 5th position, or he will not be a part of tonight's dash. Gio Scelzi across the line, showing the way. 2 laps completed, 6 to go, and TJ Forge heat race number 1. Dason Persley running in 2nd. Justin Peck has made his way by Carson Macedo. He's up in the 3rd position. Macedo back to 4th, and Crouch rounds out the top 5. Casey Kane, Rico Abreu, Caleb Johnson, and Tyler Druki. Followed by Cam Martin, Kelby Watt round out the field. Rico Abreu came into tonight 3rd, make that 2nd in the overall point standings. Right now, he would not even be in the feature if the checkered flag flew. Gio Scelzi extended his pointer, making the lead in this heat race to almost a straightaway over the number 13 of Persley. Gio been very, very close to victory with Highland Racing here at Eagle Raceway. Was 3rd of the series back in 2023. Scelzi around the bottom, this time by 2 laps to go for the Aspen Air number 18. Everybody nice and smooth around the inside of the racetrack. There was some track work done right before this heat race. It rolled onto the speedway. White flag, 1 lap to go. Gio Scelzi, final time down the backstretch and into 3 and 4. He will get the win in TJ Force heat race number 1 and go to the dash. It's Scelzi getting the win. Persley ends up in 2nd. 3rd goes to Peck. 4th to Macedo, and 5th will be Brenham Crouch. So it is Hot Sauce with the heat race win. He will go to the dash in car number 18. Dason Persley 2nd, Justin Peck in 3rd. 4th goes to Carson Macedo, and 5th will be Brenham Crouch. He will also go to tonight's dash. Casey Kane, Rico Abreu, Tyler Druki, Caleb Johnson, Kelby Watt, and Cam Martin. The finishing order in heat race number 1, brought to you by the folks at TJ Forged Wheels. Justin Peck with a solid effort in that one. He goes from P6 to P3 in those quick 8 laps, and he will have a solid starting spot in the feature. Considering it wasn't a very good starting position for the heat race, Tony, he made good work of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it almost for a second there looked like it wasn't going to be a good start to the night after a small hiccup getting fired off in Capital Custom Trailers qualifying, but clearly not a hindrance. What do you like about your Rudine Racing number 26 right now?
Yeah, I mean, I have a really good handle in the race car. I got take off good on the starts. I was able to run the top and the bottom there. I think the slower the track gets, I think the faster my race car is going to get. So, just felt like we were too free there in qualifying. You know, we got the little engine that could end tonight, so you know, Tyler and Brandon A-Rod, you know, got me a tuned-up race car right now, so just fingers crossed, track slows down, and I think we can work our way to the front.
The little engine that could, that's Chase Rodman's nickname. How'd you know that? Justin Peck last year, Chase, ran 11th in the feature. He qualified 11th in Flight A of Capital Custom Trailers qualifying. He goes 6th to 3rd in TJ Forged Heat Race number 1. Hashtag numbers.
Numbers. Justin Peck, 3rd in that heat race. Let's get into our second heat race of the night. Brought to you by the folks at DMI Racing Components. Here is the lineup for this one on the pole. Out of Grass Valley, California. Driving the Napa Auto Parts, Brumos Collection, Durst & Corey, Factory Kane, Empire Netting, and Fence number 49. It's the Big Cat, Brad Sweet. And outside of him from St. Mary's, New South Wales, Australia. And the TK Concrete, Maxim Trucking, Zip-Ons, Lead Installations number 55. It's the Madman, Kerry Madsen. Starting in 3rd from Higginsville, Missouri. And the Casey's, FVP, Andy's Frozen Custard, Impact Signs, World Racing, Cat Excavation number 21. It's Brian Brown. And outside of him from Clovis, California. And the Myers Constructors, Four Seas Construction, Driven to Save Lives, Sander Engineering, Tally Oil number 14, BC, Corey Day. Rolling off in 5th from Lemoore, California. And the Outlaw Wings, Rod and Supply, Wedge High Performance Cards, Kaiser Wheels number 2C, it's Cole Macedo. And it was outside from Armour, South Dakota. And the Work Weld, Rex Winkle Concrete, Central Plains Automation, Votes Repair, number 31, Kobe Workmeister. Starting in 7th from Benton, Arkansas. And the J.B. Henderson Construction, MPG Logistics, Xenon Transportation, Steel Titanium, number 45, is Lily Crawley. And outside of him from Northport, Florida. And the Global Link, Moxie Sports Advisors, NRC Truck Conversions, Easter Metal Signs, Tar Heel Property Group, number 24, D of Danny Sams III. Starting in 9th at Gympie, Queensland, Australia. And the Corbett's Group, Precision Well Services, Ike's Performance, number 25, Jai Corbett. And outside of him, starting in 10th at Warrensburg, Missouri. In the Beaver Drill and Tools, Sandro Manufacturing, Bleeding Disorders of the Heartland, number 12X, it's Cameron Key. And your final starter in this one from Knoxville, Iowa. In the Hughes Motorsports, number 67, it's Jonathan Hughes. That is the lineup for DMI Racing Components Heat Race number 2. 5 more cars will transfer on to the feature. Keep an eye on Corey Day. As long as he stays in the top 5, he will go to the dash with the heat race winner. Brad Sweet and Kerry Madsen from the front row. This should be interesting here. Rico Abreu, he is the high roller playlist of the night. It's all Whiskey Myers all the time. First one on the list tonight, it's Whiskey Myers with Bury My Bones. With Bury My Bones as the green flag comes out in heat race number 2. Brad Sweet slides to the racetrack to come off the 55 at Kerry Madsen, but the yellow is gonna come out. Caution on the speedway. We'll wait and see what the verdict is here. Brad Sweet and Kerry Madsen from the front row. Looks like we will continue with that front row as we are set to come back to green this time by Sweet, Madsen, Brown, Day, Macedo, Workmeister. The first 3 rows, top 5 going to the feature. We're underway. Brad Sweet with the jump into turn 1. Kerry Madsen to the outside, but Sweet's going to have the race lead down the back straightaway. Brian Brown runs in the 3rd spot. Then it's Corey Day in 4th, car into the wall. Danny Sams just rode the wall in turn 3, kept on going. Danny Sams damage to the front wing on that car. He's going to continue on. Back up front, a battle for the final transfer spot. Kobe Workmeister in his Highland Racing debut, trying to hang on to that 5th position. Cole Macedo fight to his outside. Down the front straight with the 31 of Workmeister has the position. Now he goes to the top in turn 1. Cole Macedo down the inside of the racetrack, trying to close in on that number 31 machine. Down the front straightaway, Brad Sweet still shows the way. 3 laps in and 5 to go. Kobe Workmeister doing a great job in that 5th position right now. Kerry Madsen runs in 2nd. Brian Brown in 3rd. Corey Day is 4th. Landon Crawley trying to get a piece of the action as well for that 5th position, but Crawley has front end damage as well. The nose wing is tweaked sideways on the Johnny Herrera Racing number 45X. Over halfway done with this one. 5 in and 3 to go. And Kobe Workmeister doing exactly what he needs to do in this one. Started 6th, running 5th, and trying to pull away from Cole Macedo. 2 laps to go for Brad Sweet up front. Kerry Madsen, Brian Brown, Corey Day. Macedo gets very sideways in the center of turns 1 and 2. Landon Crawley not able to go by. White flag in the air for Brad Sweet. Jai Corbett and Danny Sams are now side by side for the 7th position down the front straightaway. Give it to Danny Sams into turn 1. Car around, but the checker is out. Brad Sweet gets the win. Kerry Madsen 2nd, Brian Brown 3rd, 4th goes to Corey Day, and 5th will be Kobe Workmeister. The yellow had come out as Landon Crawley did a 360 in turn 2. But Brad Sweet had already taken the checkered, and so here are your finishing results. Brad Sweet with the win. He will go to the dash. Kerry Madsen ends up in 2nd. 3rd goes to Brian Brown in 3rd. 4th to Corey Day. He will also go to the dash. And 5th in his Highland Racing debut against a 43-car field, it's the number 31 of Kobe Workmeister. Finishing out back behind him, it was Cole Macedo, then make that Jai Corbett, then Danny Sams, Cameron Key, Jonathan Hughes, and Landon Crawley will be credited with the 11th position in that one. Not a bad debut with Highlander Racing there, Tony. A 43-car field, and Kobe Workmeister is in the feature tonight.
Kobe Workmeister's Highlander Racing debut certainly off to a strong start. He was the 2022 IMCA 305 Rookie of the Year. It's your first year racing 410s. You're making it look easy. Are you having any fun? That's the question.
It's a lot of fun. This is one of my favorite tracks, so I love coming down here. Yeah, it's fun to get in a 410 and race around this track. So happy to make the feature. We'll see what goes on there. Can't thank all my sponsors and all my crew enough for everything they do for me. Yeah, I'm just happy to be here and happy to make the feature.
You got a tent where people can buy shirts, right?
You can stop by our trailer and get T-shirts after the races, yeah.
There we go, Kobe Workmeister, his high limit racing debut. It just might be worth it, Chase, to swing by the trailer in the pits and grab yourself a number 31 T-shirt after this one's over.
I definitely agree, Tony. That is a great-looking race car as he makes his way back to the pit area. Here is the lineup for heat race number 3, brought to you by the folks at BR Motorsports. On the pole of this one from Indianapolis, Indiana, driving the NOS Energy Drink, Spire Motorsports, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Cards, Brand Professional Agriculture, Gamebridge, number 7 BC, it's Sunshine Tyler Courtney. And outside of him from Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, driving the JNS Classic, Whitecap C&E Rigging, Class 1 Transportation, number 39 Emmett Anthony Macri. Starting in the third spot, from Waco, Texas, in the all-by your alternative, Infamous Inc., Bush's Chicken, Flint Rock Ranch, Easy Print, number 9R, it's the quickest chicken, Chase Randall. And starting in 4th, from Altoona, Iowa, driving the Country Builders Construction, Ochoco West, Bosma Family Farms, Tucker Trucking, number 88W, it's the big unit, Austin McCarl. And starting in 5th, out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, in the Hample Oil, Joel Pigeon Trucking, Raw Machinery, CP Mining, and Excavating, number 10 of Ryan Timms. And rolling off in P6 from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, in the Dahmer Powertrain, Telstar Technologies, Maximum Oil, Hobson Family, number 21H, the Macho Man, Brady Bacon. And starting in the 7th position from Minden, Nevada, and the JST Motorsports, the Ritual Smith Titanium Factory Cane, Maximum Racing Oils, number 88, it's Tanner Thorson, and it was outside from Springfield, Nebraska. And the Eston Racing, Harborland, Certified Transmission, Leader Marshall, number 53, it's Jack Dover. Rolling off in 9th of Odessa, Missouri, the Design Source 4, Motorhaven, Schnee Austin Chassis, TNT Equine, number 74, Xavier Doney. And starting in 10th out of Lincoln, Nebraska, and the Team Jack Foundation, Ingram Machine and Tools, Schoenfeld Headers, Harris Decals, number 1 Emmett Don Drow Jr. And your final starter in this one out of Greeley, Colorado, in the Greeley Automotive Machine, Napa Auto Parts of Greeley, number 74 Emmett Zach Merritt. That is the lineup for BR Motorsports Heat Race number 3, top 5 to the main event. Keep an eye on Austin McCarl. If he stays in the top 5, he'll go to the dash with the heat race winner. Who's it going to be? Off at turn number 4, we're underway. Tyler Courtney's going to get the jump into turn 1. Macri sticks that car to the outside, and he'll have the race lead down the back straightaway. Anthony Macri with the race lead puts himself into the dash position. Austin McCarl from quickly 4th to 3rd, got by Chase Randall on that lap. Tanner Thorson making his way forward. Thorson underneath the Brady Bacon into turn number 1. Tanner Thorson on the inside of the racetrack trying to find his way by the Macho Man. Brady Bacon cuts him off at the end of the back straightaway. Here comes Ryan Timms. Timms trying to get the mix as well. Tanner Thorson holds him off for now. Bacon around the bottom. Thorson goes to the outside in turn 1. Bacon slides up the racetrack. Thorson has a run on down the back straightaway. He gets into the back of him. Almost turns him down the straightaway. Thorson goes by and takes over the final transfer spot. What an interesting move right there from Tanner Thorson. As a race for 3rd up ahead of him goes to Chase Randall. Randall makes his way by Austin McCarl down the back straightaway. Ryan Timms sees an opening underneath Brady Bacon. He'll make the move on the 6th position. Tanner Thorson not done now. Back to the inside of Austin McCarl. Tanner Thorson's up to 4th now. Thorson now going to get it right back away from Austin McCarl. McCarl short slides into turn 3. Here comes Ryan Timms off the bottom. If Thorson's not careful, he might get in trouble here. Thorson back to the inside in turn 1. McCarl on the top. To Ryan Timms down the back with a huge run on Tanner Thorson. This time by 2 laps to go. Thorson goes low to protect. Ryan Timms left front in the air. Then I'll make the pass that time by down the front straightaway. Tanner Thorson back to the bottom in turn 1. Ryan Tim's going to have a big run this time by as Thorson goes through the middle. Down the back straightaway. Close call right there between those two. Front bumper and rear bumper nearly got together. White flag, 1 lap to go. Oh, they got together on the front straightaway. Ryan Timms and Tanner Thorson got together right there. Checkered flag is coming out, and Anthony Mackley's going to get the win. Tyler Courtney ends up in second. Third goes to Chase Randall. Fourth, Austin McCall, and fifth. A wild heat race for Tanner Thorson. He gets the final transfer spot. That was wild with a capital W right there. Anthony Macri gets the win. He's going to the dash. Second goes to Tyler Courtney. Third to Chase Randall. Fourth to Austin McCarl. He will also go to the dash. And Tanner Thorson ends up in the 5th position after just an incredible battle between Austin McCarl himself, Ryan Timms, and Brady Bacon. But it's all Anthony Macri as he gets the win and puts himself in prime position to maybe take down a $55,555 payday tonight at Eagle Raceway, Tony.
Started second, finished first there in BR Motorsports Heat Race number 3. I got a chance to talk to Nate Repitz on this number 39M, and Anthony, you confirmed it. Pulled down the backup car after Plymouth, and you guys ran Beaver Dam with this same car you've got. It's a Triple X, just like your primary car, but do you feel differences when you switch frames? Is there anything noticeable you pick up on?
Yeah, it's just this one feels a little bit fresher, and you know, it's a little bit of a tighter race car because it's new and not all flexed out. So as you can see, it's I like a tight race car, so it's starting to work, and hopefully we can keep going in the right direction and not dial ourselves out of the ballpark.
Hate it when it gets all flexed out. That's Big Mac. Anthony Macri getting it done, going second to first in BR Motorsports Heat Race number 3. Hey, you can stop and get one of his t-shirts as well if you liked what you just saw right there from Macri.
Great stuff as Macri gets the win in BR Motorsports Heat Race number 3. Here's the lineup for Dirt 2 Heat Race number 4. On the pole in this one, out of Columbia, Missouri, driving the CSC Group SNS Nationwide, LRI, Impact Signs, Missouri Games. Number 23, it's Garrett Williamson. An outside event from Clute, Texas, driving the Fulkins Brothers Trucking Power Plus STC American Table Bargain Bar. Number 87, it's Aaron Reitzel. Rolling off in the 3rd spot from Myerstown, Pennsylvania, driving the M&M Painting and Construction, the Guru Equipment Auctions, Baps Paint, Livewire Customs. Number 19, it's Brent Marks. And rolling off in 4th out of Pen Grove, California, the driver of the Roth Motorsports, Roth Enterprises, Toyota Racing Development, HR Livestock Transportation, Mobile One, number 83, it's Buddy Kofoid. Starting in the 5th spot from Lebanon, Indiana, in the Sander Engineering, Four Seas Construction, Tally, Autry Plumbing, Sincal Demolition, number 14, it's Spencer Baston. And starting in the 6th spot, out of Liberal, Kansas, the Bybee Electric, Superior Trailers, Mel Hamilton Racing, Donna Racing Engines, number 36, it's Jason Martin. And starting in 7th, out of Sanborn, Minnesota, and the Iowa Barnstormers, the One Industrial Products, Jersey Freeze, Joel Pigeon Trucking, number 2, KS, it's Christopher Trom. And starting in 8th out of Palmer, Pennsylvania, Osiris Motorsports, Chicali, Pittsburgh, Hollywood Plastic Coating, Mountain Mechanical, Mav Motorsports, number 42, Cy Lynch. And starting 9th out of Elk Grove, California, driving the FloRacing, Finley Farms, HenderCars.com, Fulkins Brothers Trucking, Works Limited, JVI Group, number 57, it's Kyle Larson. And your final starter in this one out of Whirling, South Dakota, in the CNS Motorsports, Ekman Dental Arts, Speedway Motors, Backlund Plumbing, number 81, Brant O'Banion. 10 cars, 8 laps here in the final heat race of the night. It is Dirt 2, heat race number 4. Garrett Williamson, Aaron Reitzel from the front row. Marks and Kofoid in row 2. 8 more laps of heat race action is underway. Rolling into turn number 1. It's going to be Williamson sliding across the nose of Aaron Reitzel. Brent Marks tries to get involved as well. Big run to Buddy Kofoid. They'll pull to the right rear. Marks into turn number 3. Kofoid tries to roll the middle. He'll get by Marks and pulls up alongside Reitzel. Reitzel pulls up next to Aaron Williamson. Slider into turn 1. Aaron Reitzel takes the race lead away. Williamson turns it downhill. Reitzel with a huge block down the back straightaway. Blocks off the 23. Maintains the race lead. Here comes Buddy Kofoid off of turn number 4. Kofoid trying to get involved there with his World Outlaws compadre as they roll off at turn number 2. Big slider back behind as Spencer Baston went across the nose of Brent Marks for a moment. Baston runs to the final transfer spot. Across the line, caution comes out. Caution is out. I believe it was Jason Martin did a 360 down the back straightaway. And so yellow comes out for the Bybee Electric number 36. And so that'll be the first caution of the night. That'll bring a orange cone out on the front stretch. You see that cone on the front straightaway now. It signifies the drivers a single file restart. They cannot hit that cone, cannot go below that cone. They cannot pass each other before that cone as well. If any of those things happen, they will be penalized on the next stoppage of the race, whether that's a yellow flag or a checkered flag. Reitzel with the lead, trying to go straight to the dash. Garrett Williamson running in second. Buddy Kofoid in third. Brett Marks fourth. And Spencer Baston rounds out the top 5. Cy Lynch up 2 spots. He's 1 out of a transfer in car number 42 as we go back to green. Reitzel tries to get away. Brett Marks underneath the Buddy Kofoid. There's a slider for that 3rd spot. Marks has it for now. Kofoid back to the inside. He'll have it down the back straightaway. Kyle Larson trying to fight back after a poor qualifying effort. Larson from 9th up to 6th. He's 1 spot out of a transfer. Kyle Larson on the back bumper of Spencer Baston as they roll back into turns 1 and 2. Up front, it is all about Aaron Reitzel, this time by 4 and 4 to go. Larson now ducks low into turn 1. Pulls up next to Spencer Baston. Baston knows he's there now. Baston knows he's on the bubble spot. Cannot afford to let the Silver Motorsport 57 go by. This time by 3 laps to go for Aaron Reitzel at the front of the field. Garrett Williamson, Buddy Kofoid, Brett Marks, and Spencer Baston still in the top 5. Larson tries to peel off the cushion right there and lose a ton of ground to the Jason Myers Racing number 14. Larson working that car around the speedway as he is desperate for that final transfer position. Would not want to run tonight's B-main. This time by a white flag, 1 lap to go for Aaron Reitzel up front. Reitzel, no issues as he works the cushion off of turn number 2. And into 3 and 4, Aaron Reitzel is going to get the win. Heat race number 4, he'll go to the dash. Garrett Williamson ends up in 2nd, 3rd goes to Buddy Kofoid, 4th to Brett Marks, and 5th will go to Spencer Baston. Aaron Reitzel, your winner of Dirt 2, heat race number 4. He will go to the dash. Garrett Williamson ends up in 2nd. 3rd goes to Buddy Kofoid. He will also go to the dash. Brett Marks 4th, and Spencer Baston, the final transfer, in 5th. Kyle Larson, Cy Lynch, Christopher Traum, Jason Martin, and Brant O'Banion round out the field in our final heat race of the night. As Reitzel and the rest of our dash drivers will be heading towards the infield here in just a few moments to spin the wheel and find out where they will start for tonight's FK Rod-Ins Dash and $55,555 to win feature. Later on this evening, we'll take a break here on Flow. When we come back, more action from the Eagle Nationals.
My name is Chase Randall, and you're watching Kubota High Limit Racing, live on FloRacing.
Since their 2001 inception, DMI Racing Components have changed the game. From open-wheel suspension, steering, and driveline components to their line of Bulldog quick-change rears, they set the new standard for innovation, performance, and value. DMI and Bulldog products are backed by the best customer support in the industry with more than 150 years of race-winning experience. Let our experience help guide you to victory lane. We race, you race. Let's race together.
Introducing the My Kubota app. With My Kubota, connecting with your local dealer is easier than ever. Find them with just a tap and contact them quickly for any assistance you need. Access comprehensive resources like how-to guides, owner's manuals, fault codes, maintenance schedules, and more. Everything you need to keep your Kubota running smoothly. Download the app today.
Hey everyone, welcome back to FloRacing's live coverage of night number 5 of the Roto-Rooter Midweek Series here in 2025, as well as the $55,555 to win payday here at the Eagle Nationals at Eagle Raceway in, you guessed it, Eagle, Nebraska. I'm going to set these down really quick somewhere where I'll probably forget them. I bet I'll step on those later. We are down here at the Kubota High Limit Racing Roulette Redraw Wheel. If you are new to Kubota High Limit Racing or you're hanging out with us for however many nights we've been racing this year, you already know how this works. Let's walk through it quickly. Our FK Rod Ends Dash qualifying drivers are just over there to the wheel's left. They're going to come up here in the order in which they qualified for tonight's FK Rod Ends Dash. Because it is a split field, we'll go with our 4 heat race winners first, going heat race 1, heat race 3, heat race 2, and heat race 4. We will keep that rotation for the fastest transferring cars to come out of the heat races. Again, fastest cars from heat 1, 3, 2, and 4. They'll come up one by one. They will spin the shophighlimitracing.com roulette redraw wheel. And after they answer our High Limit Racing hot seat question that was submitted by a fan, you can submit one as well by heading over to highlimitracing.com. After you head over to shophighlimitracing.com and get some cool shirts. I just remembered I was supposed to put one on. Dang it, I forgot. So they'll come up, they'll answer the question, they will then spin the wheel, and wherever the wheel stops seeds them for tonight's FK Rod Ends Dash. The smaller digit, a 1, a 2, a 3, a small digit number is what they want. The lower the number, the better off they start. If somebody spins a 4, good, great. If somebody else comes up and spins a 3 or lower, that puts that next driver up in front of the driver who spun the 4. That is how the shophighlimitracing.com roulette redraw wheel works. We've got our drivers over here ready to go. Eagle, Nebraska, all 8 of our FK Rod Ends Dash drivers can hear you. Before we get going, how about a round of applause for our 8 Dash drivers here tonight? Let's get going now with TJ Forged heat race number 1 out of Fresno, California. This is the one, the only hot sauce, Giovanni Scelzi. Gio, here's how it works. You're going to answer our hot seat question. I believe you already know how this works, but you're going to answer our hot seat question. Nobody knows what it is yet. I don't even know what the answers are. Then after you answer the question, you get to spin the wheel, whatever number you land on. We have to wait till the other 7 drivers spin, but the lower the number you spin, the higher up you start. Makes sense, right?
Just like playing roulette.
Exactly. We did this for you, okay? We did this for you, Gio. We're happy to have you here. Our hot seat question of the night comes to us actually tonight from our High Limit Racing Angel donor. In 2025, when a high roller wins, that Angel donor sends $1,000 of his own money to the charity of that winning driver's choice. By the way, tonight it's $2,000, so keep your eye on that. Our angel donor wants to know, Giovanni Scelzi, mom, dad, any family member, out of all your family, who gets the most excited when they watch you race?
Probably my brother. I'm trying to think where it was. I think I won an Outlaw show at Tulare, and he pulled off and was in the infield. I think, well, he said he was running in the back, but he pulled in to watch me finish the race, and I won. So he was doing jumping jacks and running around, so it was cool to see his excitement. Sometimes he's more excited than I am, but it was cool to see that. So
that was the 2022 spring race at Tulare. I remember because I got a video clip of that for the World of Outlaws. How about some noise for Giovanni Scelzi here, folks? Oh, man. You told me you were going to give that thing a rip, and you did. You been working out?
I didn't break, so we're good.
I know. Maybe. Hey, try harder next time, okay? Next time we see Gio here at Kubota High Limit Racing, he's going to give that wheel an even harder spin. Scelzi will set the bar for us here tonight with the wheel spin, and a 35 is probably not exactly what he was looking for. The QR code to head over to shophighlimitracing.com is on your screen now. If you're here at the track with us, you can probably zoom your iPhone in and catch it off of the big screen. Let's move on now to BR Motorsports Heat Race number 3 winner out of Dillsburg, Pennsylvania. This is Anthony Macri. Anthony, great job in Heat Race number 3, getting the victory. Our Kubota High Limit Racing Angel donor needs to know, when you're out on track racing, which of your family members gets the most wrapped up, the most excited in watching you?
I really don't know because I don't see them while I'm racing. So I don't know. I'd probably have to assume my mom because I don't know.
I mean, she's a mom, right?
Yeah.
Anthony Macri with the very logical answer. Let's make some noise for Anthony Macri here. See if we can get him some luck. He's trying to go lower than a 35 to beat Giovanni Scelzi, and that is exactly where it lands. So we did not plan it like that, I promise you. What's that?
Go half a turn.
I saw go more than half a turn. Good job. Thank you, Anthony. Next up, DMI Heat Race number 2 winner, another Californian. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome up our defending High Limit Racing champion, Big Bad Brad Sweet. Brad, how are you? We are ready to go. Our angel donor wants to know, out of all your family members, one of them is with you here right now, young Savannah, who gets the most excited watching you when you're out on the track?
I don't know, Savannah. Who gets the most excited watching me race?
Well, depends. Mom gets a little excited, and then everybody in her whole family gets pumped.
Everyone gets pumped when they watch Kubota High Limit Racing. Brad, are you ready to spin the wheel? All right, he's got help from Savannah. Let's make some noise for Brad Sweet, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, I think Savvy might have spun that harder than Anthony Macri. I'm not sure. Let's see what it stops on here for Brad, the number 3. That is going to be mighty tough to beat. Brad Sweet with a number 3. If anybody can go a 2 or lower, that would put them in front of Brad Sweet, as he was our 3rd driver to spin so far here tonight. We'll wrap up our heat race winners by introducing you to Dirt 2 heat race number 4 winner out of Clute, Texas. This is Aaron Reitzel. Now, Aaron, just judging by the hairstyles, I can guess who this is, but who's going to help you with the wheel tonight?
This is Carson, my oldest son.
Yeah, he's the one who dared you to do the mullet, right? Okay, so out of all your family members, you've also brought one with you. Who do you think, who are you told gets the most excited when you're out on track racing?
Well, luckily he was here and heard the question, because believe it or not, I haven't watched a family member watch me race yet, so I didn't know that one, but he said my mom for sure.
Okay, all right, Mom. All right, Carson, you gonna spin the wheel here? Let's make some noise for Carson and Aaron Reitzel. We got a pair of 35s for Scelzi and Macri and a number 3 for Brad Sweet. If Reitzel can go anything lower than a 35, which is exactly what he does, that puts him to 2nd out of the 4 drivers we have seen spin so far. We now go to our fastest transferring drivers out of the heat race, back to TJ Forged heat race number 1. He earned his first ever national quick time award tonight in Capital Custom Trailers qualifying out of Lubbock, Texas. This is Brenham Crouch. Brenham, congratulations on the Capital Custom Trailer Quick Time Award. Thanks also for coming down here, not breaking my mic like you did at Butler. So, out of all your family members, when you're out on track, who are you told, who do you believe gets the most excited when you're out racing?
I'm going to have to go with my mom. She doesn't get to travel as much as the rest of them, and she stays home and works and everything. So, but she's always the first one to text me or call me after the races, and I think I'm going to have to go with her.
Moms, I get it. That's 2 votes for moms so far. Ladies and gentlemen, one more big round of applause. He got his first ever national quick time. This is Brenham Crouch. Crouch trying to go lower than a 34. That would put him to 2nd. If he can go lower than a 3, that would put him on the provisional pole. He does go lower than a 34. A 25 is good enough for 2nd on the board at this time with 3 drivers left to go. He's wasting no time coming over here and joining us. BR Motorsports heat race number 3, quickest transfer. This is Austin McCarroll. Hey, we're buddies, right?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Hey, out of all your family members, and we know they love to watch you race. We know that, okay? I mean, dude, I'm just happy to know they're tuning in and watching, right? Who gets the most excited when you're out on track competing?
Depends on if I'm doing good or bad. If it's good, probably my wife. If it's bad, probably my dad. So it depends.
Okay, yeah. Wife, dad, mom, they all watch. Let's make some noise here for Austin McCarroll as he very gingerly spins that shophighlimitracing.com roulette redraw wheel, the number 12. That is pretty good for Austin McCarroll. That is good enough for 2nd, so the wheel just keeps getting a little bit lower each and every time. Two drivers left to go now. Up next, DMI heat race number 2, quickest transfer. This driver from Clovis, California. Welcome him back to High Limit. Ladies and gentlemen, it's payday, Corey Day. Do you love that nickname?
I love it so much.
I know you do. That's why we call it. That's why we call you that. Hey, out of all your family members, and we got to see them watch you race during the production of Dirt 2, A Season with High Limit. So you've watched that. What do you think? Who gets the most excited to watch Corey Day come back and race with High Limit?
That's tough. My grandma gets really excited, but my mom and dad also get pretty fired up when things don't go good, and they get fired up when it goes good too. So I can't pick one.
Ronnie Day, man, he'll throw hands. That's all I know. Hey, let's make some noise for Corey Day here, folks. He's our second to last driver to spin the shop HighLimitRacing.com roulette redraw wheel. He's trying to go lower than a number 12 to start on the front row. Lower than a number 3 would be pretty good. That is a number 22. That is good enough for third on the board. To wrap up our FK Rod Ends Dash drivers who are coming up to spin the shop HighLimitRacing.com roulette redraw wheel, we are happy to have him here with us from Pengrove, California. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Michael Buddy Kofoid. Buddy, great to see you, man. Hey, out of all your family members, and I know it's tough, you don't get to watch them, right? You're out there doing your thing, you're working, but who do you believe? Who have you been told gets quite excitable when they watch you race?
I'd probably have to say my dad. He likes to hide that he doesn't really get excited, but I know he does. I've seen pictures of him only sitting about that far off the couch, so I'd say probably him or my mom in her own way will get probably amped up too, so yeah.
Well, we get excited when we watch you race. Buddy Kofoid, give that shop, HighLimitRacing.com roulette redraw wheel a spin. This will finish up our drivers in tonight's FK Rod Ends Dash. Wherever Kofoid spins, that will finalize the rest of this grid. And a number 7 is good enough for second on the board. And that means Brad Sweet will lead the field to the green flag in tonight's FK Rod Ends Dash. You just saw Michael Buddy Kofoid go second with a number 7. Third is Austin McCarl, thanks to spinning a number 12. Looks like the 4th place driver will be Corey Day after spinning a number 22. Brenham Crouch, after getting the quick time in Capital Custom Trailers and Carts. Qualifying is going to start 5th alongside Aaron Reitzel in 6th, and then sharing that 4th and final row is going to be Giovanni Selzi and Anthony Macri. So the shop, HighLimitRacing.com roulette redraw wheel is done. I'm gonna go get the shirt they gave me, because Chase, I know you want to see me model some merchandise down here in the infield, but until then, let's go back up to you.
All right, thank you very much, Tony. We do have a couple things we need to mention here to the folks at the racetrack. If you were at the top of the grandstands and you're not in line for food or drinks or anything like that, we're going to need you to be in your seat, because it's been tough to get medical personnel up and down the grandstands here. It's been pretty crowded up there. And so if you are up there at the top and just kind of mingling around, not getting food or anything, we're going to need you to get to your seat, because we do have medical personnel trying to get to certain situations around the grandstands, and we would appreciate that very much. Also, if you're missing your wallet and you were at the Kyle Larson merchandise trailer earlier on today and you forgot your wallet, it is still there at Kyle Larson's t-shirt trailer. So a wallet found at Kyle Larson's trailer, and so if you are